If you would like to see these fun pages come together, keep it right here. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So this is my A5 journal, which I'm prepping for a friend of mine. And these are the neutral edit. That's a box, in fact, with 4 sticker books. And I'm planning to use the seasonally neutral and possibly the functional boxes from the functionally neutral in here. And yeah, I think that's all I need for now. And I have not used a lot of stickers from this sticker book. So this summary one, this beachy themed one, is still very much usable. And with these soft colors, I think it appeals to all the neutral lovers. So I thought I will just use this collection, in fact, this time. And I'm keeping that aside. I will always have the rest of the sticker books handy just in case I need it for something else. But I think I will kind of quickly pour through and make sure I will not have anything that needs to be pulled out straight away. And when I last checked, the sticker books are still available to pick up individually if you would still like to do so, because it has all the neutral stickers that you want. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Live Love Posh. And the affiliate link is always linked below. And this is a neutral florals, which I don't think I will need, but again, I have it handy. Again, this one, I will get to this a bit later once I'm done prepping the pages. And the A5 journal that you see is from Happy Planner, and my affiliate link with Happy Planner is also linked below. And the fall release, one of the biggest releases, one of the 2 big releases of the year from Happy Planner, should have happened by the time this video is out. I believe it is coming out on September 4th. So all those details will be in the description, and my affiliate link. Anytime any of you use my links and codes, I do earn a small cut at absolutely no cost to you. And I would really, really appreciate all the support. And that was the last setup in my journal. And all the setup videos are already up on my channel, so please check that out. And we have the paper clip, which will hold the pages down. And I have only a few more pages in this journal, and the journal will be all ready to fly out to a friend of mine. So this is, again, I'm trying to see how many pages I will need. And I think I will keep it to 3 on either side. So multiple Dutch doors happening. And again, I'm just trying to have a rough idea in my mind before I actually dive in. So if you like to see such fun setups, then please make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you turn on the bell notification so that you can be sure you would not miss out on any of those coming. And it is, again, lots of creative things you can do in here, especially with that paper trimmer, the gyro cut. And I also have a tutorial in case you're wondering how you can use the gyro cut. All of that is in the description. So check that out. And the product is also linked because there are knockoffs in the market and you might want to be careful. It could be a bit more pricier than, I'm not talking about hundreds of dollars, but you do have a bit of a higher price point on these gyro cards. But again, it's totally worth that price. And I think I have kind of made up the rough idea in mind. So let's get started. And there are 2 sheets each, and there are 4 stickers in this collection, 4 sticker sheets, in fact. And we are looking at a nice, relaxed beach vacation kind of a scene. And I think that that'll look better on the right page, especially with that kind of a kind of an edge on the right that looks better against the spine for sure. And we have all these beach houses and big mansions along the beach front. So I'm bringing in some of the lighthouses. Also, one of the lighthouses will sit right there, and I'm trying to create like a layered scene with the lighthouse in the distance. And let's just use the washi cutter to just make sure it is sitting snug against the spine. And that washi cutter is also from Live Love Posh, and you do have multiple colors and choices to make your pick from. And you do have these, it could be the buoys, or yeah, it could be the dock. And of course, you can have the seagull flying in the distance. So I'm just trying to build the layers, and then we will go ahead and add the rest of the elements and the rest of the Dutch doors. And yeah, I think that sandcastle looks better there. So that I think is a good starting point. And this is the pastel washi set, which again was gifted to me as part of my PR package. And I think these colors would look really pretty. I picked two of the softer colors because I think there are shades of these colors in these stickers. And we have the washi tapes. And before I go ahead and cut the Dutch doors, I will come and add a few more elements to bring some more interest, because you know me, I don't like to keep it entirely straight, especially with such interesting edges along the bottom. So that is that will be our Dutch door. And as you can see, I am loving my gyro cut. And I'm trying to kind of make sure it's symmetrical. So that's why I'm just trying to decide on where we can have the washi tapes. And that is the next one. And just like that, two vertical lines. And these are the perfect size. It's really nice and thin, and it is just what you need to bring in some color without taking up too much of space. So that's 5 millimeter in width, and each roll is 5 meters. So you get ample quantity in each of these rolls, and that is the washi tape trimmed right at the seagull. And let's add a couple more elements before we go ahead and cut these pages. So let me know how you like this new technique. I'm not sure I've done anything like this before. Again, I like to experiment with new things. So I thought I would try this one. I've been wanting to try this kind of setup. And let me know if you have the sticker book. I'm sure a lot of you have it because the box sets got sold out in a jiffy. And they did restock it once, and I'm not sure it is still available. I will have to check. I have not. So if you are in luck they might have the box sets, but the box sets can be bought, but the discount codes do not apply on those at Live Love Par. So just wanted to also help you with that information. And this is the gyro card in action. And you see how effortlessly it swivels. It does have a 360-degree swivel to it, the blade. And so paper projects are a breeze. And I have linked everything as I mentioned. And that paper clip that you see along with that small scissors are from Journal Say. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal Say. And I'm not sure. Yes, when you trim, just make sure that you trim all the way to the bottom. And that's where, in fact, that paper self-healing cutting mat comes in handy, because you can lay that down and not worry at all about having to damage the paper. So make sure you cut around the outer element or around the outer layer or border of the stickers, because I've been there. Yes, I have, starting off when I'm thinking about something or doing something else, and then doing my gyro cut project, I have cut on the wrong side of the page. And yeah, and then I have to kind of make sure that I fix it, because I don't want a ripped journal to write in, right? So that is our next side, almost ready. And that is our first Dutch door. I love how this is coming together. So we have the next one, which will be this beach chair. And the beach chair can sit, yeah, that can wait. So let's put down this beach hut or the beach house right on the beach. And now we can layer some more extra elements, other elements that you can find right on the beach. And the beach chair can sit right there on the left page. And that's how I had envisioned it in my mind. Some of the things that you take to the beach, say your swimwear or your goggles or your sun hat, your sunscreen, lots of those. And there are some beautiful clusters in here, which would make for the perfect next layer. And I did have some of these sitting right next to each other on either side, but I think that really does look good, especially stacked like so, because I'm just trying to make sure that all the shapes that are cut into the pages have something behind there. So these are the small tricks I'm sharing. So whatever shape the page is cut in, you have certain elements lined up right behind there. So that really helps with the whole look of the page and the whole completed version. And that is the leaf, the dry leaves. And we can always use the scraps elsewhere. And yeah, I think that looks nice. So those are things you could also do, because the previous page is already reaching on until there. So you can layer the next one right behind there. And we can always go back and put something on the other side just so that it will not look really weird. Just a piece of the leaf sticking out of nowhere. I think that does help with the overall look, and we can have the anchor there, which is very possible at the beach. And let me know if you got to the beach this year. And if you are somebody in the southern hemisphere, you must be getting ready for summer. So is it warming enough? Is it warming up and getting ready to receive you at the beach where you are at? Because I think the global warming has kind of messed up a lot of the weather patterns worldwide. So it is interesting to hear people talk about it, what the differences they notice when they go about their year. So that is the next Dutch door. So now we have all the elements kind of laid down to make sure that we can trim around that. And I think we will need something to kind of, there are trying to fill some of that white space. That's all that is. And on the right, next to that beach house, we need something to fill that white space because it will look really weird when I cut around that, and I do not want the straight lines. So yeah, why don't we just bring in that seagull, and it will look nice because behind the beach hut you could have water in the horizon. So that's the look I'm going for. And that is the gyro cut. And let me know if you have any questions regarding anything that I'm doing, because I do get lots of requests for things that people would love to see from me. And if there is any input on what I could have done differently, because everybody is different, and I always love to hear how others' creativity works. So it could be helpful for me. You never know, right? There is no right or wrong answer here. You just go and explore your creative side. So other folks could also have creative ideas, really good ones. And with this, we will be done with our second Dutch door. And then we have to decorate the outer edges of both the pages on either side. So that is something, again, we can bring in some bigger elements in some areas. So this is the Happy Planner dotted lined journal. So I think it's easier to journal in this because it's already dotted line, not dot grid. And this is an A5. And if you're looking for other sizes, I think Arch and Olive is the place to be. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Arch and Olive. Again, Live Love Posh, of course, Planning Thing, the washi tape shop, and a few other shops, which I think you will love. So please check out the other videos I have on my channel. There are lots of creative things I have done. Dutch doors, peekaboo windows, lots of pockets, slide-in pockets, pull-out cards, and all sorts of fun stuff I have experimented with. So please make sure that you check out the other videos and let me know which ones you have as your favorites on the top of your mind. I mean, if you have been part of my YouTube family, you may have seen a lot of my spreads and setups and plan with me's. So I would really love to hear what your favorites, or if it's just one, then one, or if there are more than one, feel free to drop them all in. I'm just curious to know. And please make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter. The sign up form will be in the description. And there are some amazing freebies that will be coming as part of the newsletter. And my very first newsletter should be coming out very soon. I'm not sure when you will be seeing this, but I'm hoping for the next couple of weeks within which it should be out. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that that corner sticker is lined up against a corner, and because I have to move my head closer to the journal, it was just not happening. And I thought I had it lay down straight. Yeah, I think that is as best as it can get. And that's a really nice cluster too. And I did not realize there was a bit of a white space on the right side, so that's why I had to pull it out. And we always have quotes in the summer season, quotes for the journal. So I will also bring a couple of quotes in. And we will, for this one, I think I will just leave it at decorating the front page, which I very, very rarely do. So that is also going to be a first time. And I'm trying to work on the left side of the page now. So that will really help with some of the corners. I really was not liking how that girl is just hanging out like a ghost out of nowhere. She just can't hang out like that. She does not have permission from me to hang out in my pages, at least like so. Once she has something to stand next to or behind or as part of a cluster, then I think it'll be better. But this one was no. Yeah, let's just switch the elements out because I think we needed something wider. Again, depending on how much space you have available, I think you should try and test out the different elements you want to bring in, and you will be surprised at how easy that would be because you're trying to kind of maximize on the space that's available to us. So that would be the next side, and we have that palm trees, which, yeah, I did not want that to be entirely there, taking up all the space. So we can always come and add the scraps to smaller areas which will need some color. And that is the scrap from an earlier image. And you see how all of these bits and pieces really make a spread full. So again, the next step would be never waste your scraps. Don't throw away your scraps. If you are using it, use it right away. That's another tip, because if it goes back to the sticker book, you may not use it. You may not get to it at all. So that is the next page. Pretty much done, but we have a few of the quotes that need to come in. So, how are you liking it so far? So, we have a few gaps. So, I thought I will come and add a couple of fillers. And again, we of course have these smaller elements which can definitely come in wherever we have a lot of white space. And as you can see, I've used up the two sheets almost entirely. One sheet from each design or collection. And now what? Let me just go grab the Summer Element sticker book, which is an older sticker book from Live Love Posh. And there are some good quotes in here which could go very well with our theme. And I think blacks just brings a pop of contrast and everything starts to look a lot better. So this is, I'm just trying to see from whatever's left, what would go in the space we have. And yeah, that looks too tight. Unless we move that. Yeah, even then, I don't think it'll be fully visible, right? Yeah, I think that can move. We need something a bit smaller. So I think that'll go well. Yeah, I think there, I think it'll go. But it is, yeah, that looks better. And we also need a couple more quotes. Yeah, the summer babe looks good. If it would listen and let me place it where it can sit properly. And did I just place that crooked? I hadn't noticed it anyway. And we need one more quote right smack dab in the middle there. And that is going to be the quote that we have been wanting to put there. So I think I'm trying to place it or center it rather. And we can always use a washi cutter to just make it sit comfortably there. And I hate when the spine gets all chunky and then all sticky and gooey once we have the stickers down, especially the quotes. And I think the decoration part of it is done pretty much. And before we get to the boxes, let us trim off some of the excess. And I think, yeah, I wanted to kind of decorate the back page of the Dutch doors as well. But then I reminded myself that this time I'm just going to let it go. Just keeping it to one side, which is also very much fine. And now we will have a few of the elements to go on this page. And some of these stickers just refuse to come out of the pages. And these tweezers are quite handy. I have linked that just in case you are curious to know. It's a needle nose tweezers, and I've been using this for some time, and it's been really, really helpful. And this is one of the very first tools I grab these days. And that is our next coral. And yeah, I think that looks good. Now let's get to the boxes. So that way we will have some sense of more balancing of colors and such. And these longer ones they are such a fun color. And I'm going to make a cluster now. And I'm really trying to make some clusters with also some of the elements that we can bring in. And picking up a couple of elements from what we have left. Yeah, I believe that's pretty much straight. And we will have the cluster this way. And we can now bring in that girl who is sitting at the bottom. I debated whether to leave her and then get another one, but I think picking her up was a good idea because you don't want the same two girls, the exact same stickers on the same page twice. So that is the next or the first cluster. And let's take off our Tombow correction tape and make sure the box is kind of whited out so that it can give that seamless look. And yeah, just trying to keep that like so. And I think that did come out very well. And we will add a couple more clusters like these. And a lot of people do not put boxes on their in their journals, and I totally understand why, because you don't need boxes in your journals. But again, I like to do it because it does help me write a few extra memories, just like the highlights, and it does not have to be big elaborate ways of doing anything. But yeah, it does help. So I like to bring in boxes, so that's why I thought my friend might also like. So that is why I like to bring in boxes, at least on some of the pages, not all. And we are going to have the box oriented this way here. See, I told you I'm going to fix that leaf sticking out of nowhere, that branch. And we will have maybe another couple of boxes on this page. And let me know how you like this setup. Do you like the journals with the boxes or without the boxes? And whether you journal at all. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the fun few videos coming. And please check out the shops I'm mentioning. Again, if you have a specific journal size in mind, you might want to actually check out the Arch and Olive, and their Halloween release is also coming. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Arch and Olive. It's usually stackable even on top of sales. So look for sales, and even when you go on a normal shopping day, please make sure that you check out the sale bin, because they usually have some of the older ones on sale. And when I last checked, yes, there were quite a few that can be picked up at a really good price. And once you stack my code, it gets more affordable. And I know a lot of people who journal, but then they think it's like the finest quality stationery and it's a lot pricey. But I honestly think that if you look for the sales, then you should be getting a good deal on those. And they also have their Halloween release coming. I will have that information as and when it gets available. But I know that the current subscription box, the Wondrous Skies, the September subscription box from Arch and Olive, comes out to new subscribers on September 5th. So, right before that, maybe you will start seeing the sneaks. And if you are ever on the fence, if you are a celestial lover, a stargazer kind of girl, I think you are gonna love the September month sub box. So that is our next cluster, pretty much all done. And please check out all the other videos I mentioned, along with all the shops and codes and all the good stuff that will help you save some bucks when you go shopping. And that is our cluster. I think it did come out really pretty, and I really love how fun this is. And I'm not sure I have done something really very similar. I may have done variations of this. And it's definitely the first time that I'm not having the decorations on the back pages of the Dutch doors. So the view is just perfect from the front and not necessarily from the back of the pages. So that, I think, is a good setup. And we'll need one more cluster here for some more of those seashells. And I really like these softer colors just as a palette cleanser, because I love bright colors. I'm really sorry, neutral lovers. It just lacks that beauty for me. But these darker shades in these beach scenes, I think I still love these. And yeah, that's really, really gorgeous. And I think, yeah, I almost put it down, but then I decided to kind of take it off. And please find all the information regarding these September releases from a few small businesses that I'm an affiliate for. Say the Mojo Jojo Plans, the Laurel Denise, even Live Love Posh could have something else coming. Archer and Olive definitely has the Happy Planner Fall release. All of that information will be in the description. And please check out the other fun setups. And I recently opened up my newsletter, so please make sure you subscribe for that. All the information you need will be in the description. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.